Alright, so you got the link up for our crash?
Yeah, I should.
Alright. Hold on a second. You know, at the very least, Ace, you don't have to see the intro every time. Every time you could just, like, you know, press the PlayStation button and let it play, and then, you know, there you go.
Yeah, that is true. Alright. Alright, since Crash 1's out the way, along with my fail-tastic attempt at freaking Stormy Ascent, time for Crash 2.
Yep. Will you disable autosave?
Oh, hell no. Overwrite. No, just overwrite the save.
Hi, Aku Aku. He's just judging us.
Yeah, as we see Cortex fall into a freaking, it looks like a temple or a cave or some sort.
Whee!
Yeah. Crystals. Of course. It's kind of funnier in the original version, but...
It is, just because the way Clancy Brown says dope.
Yeah, it's kind of the Homer Simpson dope.
Which, by the way, we're still waiting on Johnny's Crash 3. Crash 2. Playthrough on Brain Scratch.
Yeah, chance over they probably forgotten about it at this point, or other stuff came up. Who knows?
And this time, instead of Embryo, it's N-Jin who's helping Cortex.
Yep. Yeah, because at some point, Brio and Cortex had a bit of a falling out.
Yeah, falling out in the form of a sissy fight.
Happy slaps.
Hi, Mason.
And now we get introduced to Coco, whose laptop battery died. Chances are she probably forgot to charge it.
Where are you gonna charge it on there?
Unless you got a power bank.
So...
Yeah, look what you do in Crash 2 instead of that you can do in Crash 1. Look at that. You can slide.
Yep. Sliding is a new thing in Crash Bandicoot 2.
Yeah, it's introduced to
Oh,
Crash 2.
and it is certainly an improvement over not being able to do that in Crash 1.
Oh,
Though
yeah.
I'm guessing the reason why they didn't do it, they didn't have the slide in the remake of Crash 1 for this trilogy was just
Probably
because...
just a recreating experience.
Yeah, but as Alex pointed out in our streaming of Batman, and it just seems like that might be a bit of an excuse.
Yeah, it's whatever.
True.
And as you can see, no, I didn't get past that portal.
Eh.
I don't think there even is a way to unless you got like a cheating device or something.
Probably.
And my hands are away from the button, so I'm not going to inadvertently skip these cutscenes. Well,
Yeah, because, you know, these are actually kind of relevant to the plot. Luckily, I know how to get at each of the colored gems in this game. And so, unlike Crash 1, I could actually help you out here. Because I have 100%ed Crash 2 before.
Yeah, I know,
both
but like
the
some
original
of them
and
I
the
do.
N-Sane Trilogy.
Yeah, some of them I do remember, and some is like I may or may not remember off the top of my head.
Turtle Woods is easy. Just
yeah, I know. Don't break any of the
box.
boxes. I know. Dude,
And then just go kill yourself. And then just kill
hint
yourself and redo the whole level.
No, I love how the hint is literally right there, basically tell you don't break any of the boxes, and you're good.
Break us, friend. Break us.
It's like you pretty much have to do a pacifist run
to
in this level.
Stop ignoring me.
Stop ignoring me. Thank goodness I'm not that much of a klepto.
That was a funny bit in Brain Scratch's Crash 2 playthrough.
Yeah, the original Crash 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was Lewis that was playing.
Yeah. That was certainly an interesting decision. Like...
Shit.
Oh, hi, Bird. Or Dramon.
Okay. This part's might be a little bit tricky. Okay,
oh, yeah.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, that part is definitely a tricky one. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And see, in the original, you probably could be able to get past these pits, but now it doesn't look like you can. Or if you can, then I'm not freaking trying.
No, you can. I've done it.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. It's not that hard.
Yeah, that's probably just
It's
me.
just you gotta have the right timing for the slide jump.
For the slide jump. Oh, like one of those freaking like Symphony of Night pixel perfect jumps.
Yeah.
One of those. Oh, okay.
Though I'd have to wonder how we're gonna really do Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll take that. All right, got the gem. You know what? Get the hell out.
We will. No, Fran, you have to go back.
Now I could just redo the level.
You can just kill yourself. You can kill yourself and redo it.
No, I need the lives. I value all the lives.
It's easy to get lives in Crash.
I know. And Crash doing his dance.
Moscow, Moscow, I don't know the friggin' words. I don't know the friggin' words.
Hey, Jinx.
I swear, trying to arrange us meeting together is just like... What would be an apt comparison?
I have no idea.
I wouldn't really say all that difficult, all considering it's like all we really need is just like, hey, you in? And then we just kind of meet up. I'm sure you certainly enjoyed last time we hung out.
No, of course. Of course, witness the miracle that is you not winning at Mario Party. That's a freaking miracle.
Hey, I'm not that poor a sport, or that I don't.
I know, but that's a miracle. Because you usually win at Mario Party.
Hey, it goes to show that I'm not always the one who's gonna win.
Dude, it's like Super Mario Party might as well be freaking Horrorland for you.
No, I've won at that.
When? When?
Tentamon. Well, I mean, like, I've won at Super Mario Party.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant at Horrorland, but like, I was about to say, like, when?
One day I will redeem myself with that board.
Yeah, when we're like in our 40s.
You remember back in the old days?
Okay, you make it sound like we're in our
Mario Party.
Okay, you make it sound like we're in our 60s.
Dude,
I said 40s.
We're old men.
Not that old.
We're men. Fran, go back. I was gonna say.
What, the Ako into checkpoint?
I was going to...
I know how to get those. I'm not that
No,
stupid.
not that. And I meant... And you know...
Don't question it, dude. I know what I'm doing when it comes to Crash.
Right. And Fran... And just let me do the Castlevania games. Come on.
Why, I can't do it? You can take the classic ones, so at least give me Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, but then when we get to Dracula...
It would take like two sessions for me to get through Symphony of the Night with the way I play. I gotta take that long. Yeah, I might have to grind a bit bit here and there in a few spots, but still.
Okay, so you slide jump. Yeah, it's too bad this isn't like, and you know the crash dash is in this version of Wrath. This version of
you were about to say this version of Wrath of Cortex. I can tell you damn near slipped.
Yeah. This version of Cortex Strikes Back and OG Crash.
Yeah. It's like one of those you gotta beat the game type things. Like
yep. And it's only really there for time trials.
Yeah, that's literally what that dash is all only for, just for time trials. So it's like there's no point.
Well, I might just end up doing my own stream of Symphony of the Night. At one point.
What, like a regular run or a luck mode run?
Which one are you gonna do?
I'll do luck mode.
Okay, you do luck mode. I'll do regular.
Yeah.
And we could both show off the glitch.
Which one?
The one where
to keep the a la carte equipment glitch?
Yeah. Yeah, that one's insane.
Not that. What? Going through the game without the a la carte equipment, or the glitch?
No. The glitch with the a la carte equipment, and that is insane. It's like the PlayStation 1 version. You have to do all these.
You just got to de-equip your shit, like jump into the freaking
all the
Werehog.
stuff, and then
Werehog, and it'll just send you right past that room where the cutscene
and then
of
get
death.
sent flying.
Yeah.
So you go past that room, and then boom.
And you keep your equipment.
Whereas with the PSP/PlayStation 4 version, all you have to do is just
got backdash out the room.
Backdash out,
that's
and
all
then
you gotta
come
do.
back in.
You just got backdash and you're pretty much good.
You know, the Xbox 360 version is still the weirdest one to me.
Because it doesn't have the cutscenes?
Yes, it's like it has all the necessary improvements that would have made things a little better, but it doesn't have the
CGI
cutscenes.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. Okay, that camera angle is weird. What the hell?
I can imagine.
The hell? I don't have the overhead camera angle. The heck? Okay. that was weird.
Yep.
That was a weird experience. Okay, now I got the boxes, so I got the box gem. Yeah.
So now I'm going into Akihabara.
Nice. And there we go. First box gem.
Yep. First out of many. Hello, good sir. You're frustrated and unhappy. You do know that I am a bland and self-insert character, right?
Oh, hello, Brio.
Voiced by the Brain.
You are my sworn enemy.
You know,
yeah, you can tell he hasn't been the same since Crash 1.
Apparently the guy who was once a artist for like title cards of the Nostalgia Critic decided to rip off a skit from the first episode of Freakazoid and basically use it to make Vic Mignogna look bad, and I'm just like,
Alright, next level, Snow Go.
Yep.
Yeah, our first snow level. Discover and finish the secret route for a special gem. We ain't doing that at the moment.
No, we're not. Unlike the original game, there is
if you knew the way to jump with the right amount of height,
there is actually no way
jump you could do to get it early.
There's
get
no way
the
to
red
glitch
gem
yourself
early.
to get at the red gem like there is in the original.
Yeah, in the original,
have,
you had to like do a specific jump to be able to get it.
You have to do like a slide jump at the right time, bounce on a seal, and then you get the
just get the right
gem.
elevation to be able to get the red gem. Thank you, Aku Aku Mask. Yeah, look at that trick. Alright, 74 box.
So,
level.
Do you think one of these days we should just sit down and watch Freakazoid?
Yeah, we could just do a watch party on Discord.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to actually, get to know Freakazoid.
Of course, we'd have to make sure Freakazoid's on we can access Freakazoid on the computer, of course.
Super teen extraordinaire, Freakazoid, runs around in underwear, Freakazoid. Sorry, it's just I'm trying to remember some.
Yeah, by the way,
lyrics.
the seal spawn is the seal you'd have to jump on in the original version to get the red gem. Can't do that now because they freaking adjusted they freaking moved it up a little higher. So yeah, no way you're gonna do that now.
Gonna devolve Impmon back to Pagumon so I can get some ability up.
Yes, I did work my way to get in Beelzemon Blast mode on the Switch.
How was that? Oh, hi, Infamon.
It's worth it. I'm closing in on getting Gallimon Crimson mode. So.
Oh, Crimson mode's awesome,
yeah.
man.
And I almost have
originally Gallimon in my old save file of the Cyber Sleuth was like he kind of felt like he was there for like cosmetics sake,
right?
Like he wasn't really
that much of a different an aesthetic only.
Yeah, he was more like an aesthetic, but in the Hacker's Memory and in the Switch version of Cyber Sleuth, he is an asset.
Oh yeah, just like Omnimon's Warp, which is another one I didn't have.
They actually buffed the Royal Knights in quite a few of the Royal Knights in Cyber Sleuth. Ooh.
Somehow I didn't fuck up the jump. Somehow I didn't fall into that pit.
Well, hey, you can't get the box gem in this level anyway.
Yeah, I know.
No way, yeah.
It involves a secret route.
No way, yeah, you can. But
yeah, but I think I'd still be shorter.
Yeah, I'm like...
Can or can't? No goddamn, make up your mind. Don't lie to the people.
Go back.
Go back where?
There were some boxes that you could hit.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting. Oh, yeah, I do. I keep forgetting about these two. Just these two, right?
Yeah, just those two.
Oh, okay.
You can't... I forgot that it wasn't... I think it was a different level that you had to go back to.
Yeah, you're probably thinking of a different level.
Yeah.
Or probably the other snow level. That's might be what you're thinking of.
There's a lot of Crash 2 and 3 that I have memorized to the point where it's like I could easily 100% these games in my sleep.
Yeah.
But
it's like some of the memories kind of mixed in.
Yeah. Every time I see a crystal and 2 gems, my mind immediately just goes straight
your
to
mind
the gutter.
immediately goes freaking perverted with the dick and 2 balls thing.
Yep.
Or do the Pokemon equivalent 2 Geodudes and Onyx right between.
Oh my.
Alright, Snow, go. We'll come back for the red gem.
Hold on a sec, I'm gonna check and see if my dog wants to come in.
So now that it's Snow go, let's hang 8.
So you know what you gotta do for this for one of the gems in this level, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
You
I
gotta
see the
beat the
little
clock.
time tribe. Yeah, it's the beat the clock challenge.
Yep.
And we got our trifecta.
And don't bother going for the box gem in this.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not doing it right now. I know. Ooh, blue gem pattern. Platform.
Who got in?
Who you think?
Alex.
Yep.
Hey man, what's up?
Not much. How about you?
Been playing Cyber Sleuth again. Fran is playing Crash 2 and not Madden.
And you have no less than half a dozen boobs on screen right now.
If you think about it, he's not wrong.
Hey, I could have 8 boobs on screen if I were playing the female protagonist.
Got that secret gem with like barely 5 seconds left.
Oh yeah.
What?
Now kill yourself.
Well, hey, between Miss Absolute Cleavage and the cat girl with the big titties over there, or you almost have. Okay, so I need to remember what the hell I was doing here last week.
Not a fucking clue.
What were you? Oh wait, you were playing Watch Dogs.
Yeah. Let's see here. Campaign. Okay, so that's...
So I have the
campaign
anime titties that would make Neil Druckmann Henry himself. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yes.
I had to muster up my most effeminate voice.
That's literally what it sounded like.
Yes.
All right,
That's the point.
Alright, back to Hang 8.
Yep. Okay, I'm not sure if you can get the box gem in that level. But...
Probably not, considering that blue gem platform.
Oh, yeah.
But, fuck it. If I can get it, if I'm able to get it, I'm able to get it. If not, I'll figure it out.
Hey, as long as you don't die before then, you could probably get it.
Dude, this is the death route. Remember that. This ain't the death route. That's what I'm talking about.
So, in case you're wondering, Alex, about, like, what we're talking about with, like, gem paths in Crash 2, basically, in Crash 2, starting with Crash 2, when you get at a colored gem, there's a point in the game where... There's a point in the stage where you end up getting to a special route where you can... and basically break a bunch of boxes and get another gem to add to your collection. You need to get to
I seem to recall that from the Big Adventure, or whatever the hell it was, on Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, so this is the game where it came from, not this version, obviously.
Like the original version of Cortex Strikes Back introduced that concept.
I have 100%ed both Cortex Strikes Back and Warped. I still need to go back and 100%
Crash 1?
Crash 1. Maybe I'll do that in...
This version?
Yeah, because I'm not touching the original version with this 39.5-foot pole.
Does that include Stormy Ascent?
Yes.
Okay.
People are like, oh, what's wrong with you, as I'm running along? I'm just like have you never seen somebody running in a hurry to get somewhere? You know what? I have seen
Tenya Ida in My Hero Academia rushing to make sure everybody's seated. He's like, "Alright, homeroom class is about to begin. Everyone stop what you're doing and take your seats." And
we are seated.
We are seated. You're the only one who's standing. Dang it.
It's like he's unintentionally goofy. That's the thing with Ida.
And, you know, if I could get a My Hero Academia watch party going, and we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Oh yes.
Alex could probably riff on some of the dub actors.
Let's see here.
Or the way to explain what determines you getting a quirk. Because that's
True.
the only gripe I have with the series.
Oh yeah, that's
a bit of a gripe I got.
I love My Hero Academia to pieces, but that is still...
It's a bit of a freaking weird-ass gripe.
That is weird, but it is but it at least is an explanation.
Yeah, I know. There's that.
Let's see here.
Even though
Investigations.
it's kind of freaking stupid.
It
There's
is
a lot
dumb,
of-
but but in real life there are oddly specific circumstances for or various factor, or as if you know what I mean.
Oh no, that
Yeah.
I get, but okay, an X-ray on your foot that determines whether or not you have a quirk. Like really?
Basically,
That's-
what determines
we're
if
not-
a
I'm
person
not
has a
making it
quirk
up.
is if a person has an extra toe joint in their smallest toe,
In their
they
pinky
are
toe.
quirkless. Whereas if they don't have that joint, they have a quirk.
Okay, so collect 10 briefcases and you can get this Chrysler here, which is called the Magnet LE, but it's really a Chrysler 500. It looks like.
Yeah, that sounds like a freaking
yes.
GTA, a vehicle in GTA.
Yeah, the Vespid LE, these 7 burner phones, and you can get this knockoff, looks like a cross between a Camaro and a Dodge Charger. Then you can get a Tommy gun.
Oh, Fran, I just realized
What?
I mixed up this level with the second in with the second.
Oh,
in
the second
segment's
water level?
Second segment's surf level, yes.
Yeah,
If you
I
collect
kind of
17
figured
QR
that.
codes,
Much.
which are a bitch and a half for each of them. No, 16. Then you'll get the Tommy gun. Then you can get a
Ow. Yeah, at least I got.
you can get
Free
a
octacle.
camouflage assault rifle if you find 6 missing persons, and then you can get a different colored suppressed assault rifle if you collect 9 shipping crates. And then each of
Okay.
those are attached to trophies.
Alex, the only reason I keep on asking if there are certain criticisms and whatnot to my wanting to basically redo the entirety of Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, or it's mostly due to the fact that it's part of the reason why I'm somewhat on writer's strike is just rather on writer's block is just because of the fact that I am unsure of how any of my writing is actually received.
Honestly, the most important thing to do there is don't care about it. Just write it down, figure it out later on.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, this Vespid 5.2, that is clearly a Ford Mustang. I have it's actually got a grill from a Chevy Camaro, but it is otherwise a Ford Mustang right down to the headlights.
Dude, that sounds like every car in GTA 5.
Yeah.
Or
Then we have the sunroom,
literally
which
outside
looks like
their symbol, it looks like certain cars.
Yeah.
Even if it's
And
just
then
a
the
mix.
sunroom here, it looks like a cross between a Porsche and a Corvette. And then we have a Lamborghini and a Corvette, which is the Amargosa Turbo.
All right, now that we're finished hanging out, now it's time to go down to the pits.
Collect 4 audio logs to acquire the D12 shotgun, which is basically a pistol that shoots shotgun rounds.
Wait.
I got a shotgun.
A pistol that shoots shotgun rounds? What the hell?
Yes, basically.
Hey, Claire's pistol can be upgraded to shoot Magnum rounds.
Yeah, that is true.
I know. I shouldn't
you
just
can
base
some
my
paranoia.
entire experience. I shouldn't base my entire experience on Resident Evil 2 off the remake, but I haven't
If it's
really
fresh in your mind, go
when I
for
haven't
it.
really played the original. How could I not? Plus, I have seen a lot of the original, which is certainly quite interesting. I'll say the least.
If you have a Wii U, you can get the GameCube version running via a thing called Nintendo.
I have a Wii, so I could run the GameCube
He's got a
version on
Wii, so
that.
you can pretty much do
Yeah,
that.
you could also use Nintendo on that, which lets you force stuff like widescreen and progressive scan, so that you don't have to deal with bullshit like interlays.
I need to get an SD card to do that though.
I have a 128 gigabyte SD card in my Wii U.
God damn.
Yeah.
Nice. So,
Then again, at this point, 128 gigs is like, what, nothing? Not that much?
and you know, the weird thing is
Why are
like...
you going, what the fuck? This is like, no, I'm not that guy.
You know, the weird thing is every time I end up going back to thinking, like, how do I go about on these things? And Alex, if you notice, yes, I am jumping around a lot in the Part 2 portion of Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, or due to the fact that there is a lot to focus on.
Yeah.
I gotta focus on the League and the Titans working together. I gotta focus on a bit of Damian's whole shindig. I gotta focus on the Outsiders, what they're doing with Alfred and whatnot, because Alfred is basically informing them they gotta get their stuff ready to go, and he's not going to be going with them because, yes, I am actually going to have the balls to kill Alfred.
And I just made a dumb by freaking walking into the freaking enemy.
So Bad Boy 17, aka Clara, aka our love interest, is, yeah.
Sorry, I just saw Fran turn into an angel.
Yeah, because I walked right into the freaking cyber turtle.
Angel. She's got too many pieces of metal in her face.
Dawn of a brand new day. Oh, oh, angel.
Oh my God! She has a tattoo of an hourglass.
You surprised I know that song?
Wings. No, not really. She has a tattoo of angel wings on her throat.
How many people listen to How many people listen to the Japanese version of that song as opposed to the dub version?
Considering the fact that the dub version is the only one that I can find on YouTube ever.
You can find the Japanese one on there.
Well, yeah, but it's not in the top results, and, you know...
Yeah, I go deep into the search for... Oh,
Well, I guess
the one thing I hate about backtracking...
Yeah, because you can't really...
Yeah, because you can't see.
Because you can't really see...
You got, like,
much
no
of,
visual. What the hell where are you? Yeah.
You can't really see much of where you're going
where you're going
when you backtrack.
Hence
why you got to strategically decide when you break a checkpoint box. Most people would prefer to go to like the right path before they go down to the left path, and just kind of backtrack from the right path.
Okay, boom. That's taken care of. Boom. Now backtrack time.
It's actually kind of
enemies
funny.
Are good.
Aiden has more hair on his head than Clara does. She's got like a mohawk. Let's see here, extra battery.
And you know, recently I had posted it to Alex, the meeting between Dick, Egg Superman, and Sexy Lexi. Which, by the way, if you remember from the Robot Chicken skit, that's basically a reference to when Lex Luthor was in high school on the Smallville talent show.
God damn it. I'm a klutz now.
He called himself Sexy Lexi of the rock band Sex Luthor. Wonky Dick, you're doing it again!
Yeah. I swear to God I'm awake. I swear. Been up since like 6 in the morning. If that's why, morning shift.
Okay, listen to this.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
1. Create chaos by plunging the city into darkness. Help all those whining citizens conserve power for the city. Warning, may cause open sparks, which is also pretty awesome. And it costs 1 point to just knock out the power in the city. As opposed
That's
to...
like a citywide blackout.
Yeah.
Which you think costs like
adding
5.
more battery capacity to my phone, which requires 3 points.
Oh, and Alex, in case you're wondering why have Damian be with a bunch of monks, it's a reference to at the end of Batman vs. Robin and a bit of the beginning of Batman Bad Blood, where he was training where he was up with a bunch of monks, and then he decided to come back to Gotham after he heard that.
Okay, I'm good
My name
now.
is Kane.
Okay,
I will
now I'm
help
good.
you. Or, sorry, should that be...
My name is Ken. I will help you.
Do you know what that's a reference to?
What is it a reference to?
Did, have you... Kane? Kwang Chai Kane? Or Kang Chai Kane? I can't remember.
No, I don't. I got nothing.
Kung Fu?
I don't watch the stuff you guys watch.
You've never watched Kung Fu?
No.
Okay, do you at least know who David Carradine is?
Yes, I know who David Carradine is. He's Bill in Kill Bill.
Okay, so you know who
He's done other roles than
was.
just Bill and Kill Bill. You do know that, right?
Okay, so you know who David Carradine was. Okay, can I now inform you that David Carradine played Kane in the show Kung Fu?
Really? That's interesting.
Yes.
I don't watch the stuff you nerds watch.
Ah, yes, I wouldn't want to be too nerdy in front of the Digimon fan now, would I?
I only say you guys are nerds just because you guys...
You're as much of as nerds as we are.
About what?
Where do you want me to start?
Just in general. Let's see.
Dude, everything you talk about on here basically makes people scream out, nerd!
Nerd!
Alright, he's there, Luke Gallows.
So, basically... So I find it interesting that Funimation has acquired the, streaming rights to Naruto about... how many years late?
They have I didn't know that.
They have the streaming rights to the original Naruto dub and sub.
That's odd. One would think Warner Brothers would want to put that on HBO Max. By the way, Warner Brothers owns Viz, so yeah.
Yeah, we're aware.
And Crash can't freaking play around with Yo-Yo to save his life.
They're part owners of Viz.
So, whoa, you're showing off the idle animations?
Yeah, just for the hell of it. Okay, speaking of HBO Max, any thoughts on the Snyder Cut?
Fuck yeah. Only been waiting 3 years.
I'd want to see that just to understand what Snyder would have done on with what was essentially Justice League Dark.
Yeah, like had certain situation not happened.
Yeah, it's
And the funny thing is at the end of
it's a
Lex
straight line in front of me, GPS. Why are you giving me
Lex
something
Luthor's
that's even further?
meeting with Superman and then with Superman and Dick, it's like Dick asks him if there was any like sort of ulterior motive into this whole shindig, but then Lex is like, yeah, Bruce was kind of, wasn't very trustworthy, and he kind of had the smart judgment and whatnot.
Yeah.
Basically,
okay, right.
Lex making a reference to the fact that Bruce did at least have a better judgment than the big blue Boy Scout, but then he turns around and Nightwing disappears.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lex is like father, like son. Basically to lampshade how it's like, even though Dick is, supposed to be different from Bruce,
still
in many regards,
the same.
he still has a lot of attributes that connect him to Bruce.
Yep.
Question.
Sure.
Why does the security guard have a grenade on him?
Maybe he's trying to get into a game of Madden, but he wanted to make sure he went out with a bang.
No, he wanted to make sure the White Sox won their game.
And like I said, he wanted to make sure he went out with a bang.
Oh no, he's seen Dark Knight Rises. God damn it. He's taking notes from Bane.
Why does... We have two guys here who have explosives on them.
So, you know, Alex, it's kind of... Like, the reason why I sometimes keep like asking, like, in these talking scenes if there's any highlights, it's mostly due to the fact that it's like, these are scenes that don't really have a lot of action going for them, because everybody's just sitting around and talking. And the funny thing is, like, I wanted to write a scene where off-screen Beast Boy managed to convince Raven to just kind of spin around on one of the swivel chairs in the Hall of Justice. It's just cut, as it would be kind of funny.
Okay, now that we've been through the pits, it's time to crash dash.
Raven complies, and then she's like, "We...
Enemies beware. We have waffles."
That was one of my favorite bits in the 03 cartoon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, crash
and
dash.
Lex Luthor's like, we're gonna have all this set up and launch it in 6 months. Which, by the way, I wanted it to have a reasonable time frame, and just due to the fact that
Okay, so this truck driver just saw me kill two guys, and he's not at all bothered by it.
Oh,
or at least knock them out.
Oh, and the concept of Luthor Wayne kind of came from the Injustice universe, where after, well, you'll see in the game, after the events of Injustice 1, basically Bruce ended up, Bruce ends up getting LexCorp, and he basically decides to call it Luthor Wayne.
Almost like a merger in a way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So basically, it's like after the event, after like so many evasions, eventually Lex decides to become business partners with Bruce, and then they are just like, okay, but I'm keeping it. Bruce is like, okay, but I'm keeping an eye on you.
Mm-hmm. No, wait, this ain't that level.
Though, of course, Superboy is still never gonna let Lex Luthor live down his days in Smallville High.
Right.
Because yes, in this version there would be the sexy Lexi thing, and then and Luthor's like, how did you get this?
I have my ways.
And then Connor's like, you know, I got my ways. It's like, you don't have ways.
It ain't something about...
He's like, I don't. Could have sworn I had ways through the fact that...
What the fuck?
Through the fact that you gave me access as to quite a bit of LexCorp. I kind of did think it was funny in Reign of the Supermen when Superboy is characterized as like this flamboyant celebrity, and I'm just like, oh dear lord.
They want to leave the lump of fruit on its own.
Has a restraining order from the zoo.
Okay, I don't want to know.
What did you do?
No. Dude. There are some questions you don't want the answer to.
Inquiring Months wants to know.
Dude, not much.
See, now I have...
Dude, it's not his fault he decided to play with Tiger too much.
See, now I have 2 sets of tits on screen.
Got 2 sets. What the heck are you talking about? I see 1.
Did you not notice Yuko's in the room?
Dude, you gotta remember, I'm on my laptop, I'm like a few seconds behind.
Howard? This is and you know, Alex, this is probably my longest stream series out of literally any of them. What is your request?
What the hell?
Hold on.
Who would have thought that standing in the middle of the road might be a bad idea?
Yeah, sure. That's totally not a bad idea, guys.
No, it works in Saints Row. We were doing insurance fraud. Yeah. Especially if you got low gravity cheat on.
Yeah, but we need the penetrator.
No, that's only in the third game.
Boo.
Come on. There we go.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I probably fucked up what the hell I was supposed to do with the Ripperoo. Probably wait for the nitros, then hit him.
Yeah, you're supposed to wait until after he does the nitros.
I know I'm a dumbass, I know.
This Ripperoo boss fight is comparatively easier than the first game.
Didn't crash one because the pattern's like, oh my god, let me hit you.
So
yeah, it's like you just gotta wait to let him do freaking blow himself up. How the heck I'm barely out that blast radius? I have no idea.
You know, they say that
There we go.
Okay.
Took out Ripperoo.
You want to know something funny, Alex?
Sure.
You know, in the the anime version of Naruto trying to seek out Jiraiya, I'm just like, this feels a little more, or like they just wanted to pad things out, as opposed to like the manga version where he just convinces Jiraiya right off the bat. In the manga, via sexy jutsu. Okay, so there's a secret warp in the second surf level.
Yeah, it's like a random spot. But,
no, I know where it is.
I'm doing the levels in order, so from like left to right.
Lift goes up, lift goes down. Lift goes up, lift goes down.
Much of a challenge yet again. But back to business. There are crystals to be gathered. 20 to be exact.
You know, you would think that with both Embryo and Cortex wanting you to, basically assigning you to a task and then having you do it, you would think they'd both not have minions sent out after you. Because, you know, that would actually make sense.
Pretty sure they didn't think that far ahead. Well, Cortex didn't.
They're supposed to be some of the most intellectual minds in the Crash Bandicoot universe, and yet...
Dude, you wanna know who else is an intellectual mind? Eggman.
True.
And some of his bosses look kind of stupid. Yeah, no, Crash Bandicoot game where you're talking about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Hey, this game was codenamed Sonic's Ass Game.
Yeah, it was the first one was codenamed Sonic's Ass Game.
Though Cat Icarus had some other thoughts regarding Crash's bum.
Yeah, you would know about it.
Well, I would, because I watched the video.
No, that's not what I meant.
I know what you meant.
Yes.
Basically, Fran was doing... Basically, Cat Icarus once made in his June Crash month, he basically had this whole alright.
Not gonna bother with these hedgehogs.
Basically had this he basically, as a joke, did a whole tier list on Crash's butt.
Yep. Okay, a platform I can't access because I need the red gem for that.
Whee! And now we're in this sort of dungeon again. So, Fran, you mind telling Alex about the complete version of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth?
What, like differences?
Well, like in comparison to, like the version I'm playing right now.
No, right now you're playing I guess what I consider the vanilla version, I guess?
The vanilla version, and which doesn't come with a lot of Hacker's Memories features.
Yeah, it's like basically with Hacker's Memory in mind, because there's a feature you could transfer Digimon from regular Cyber Sleuth into Hacker's Memory, but you have to beat both games for that.
Yep.
And it does have the data of Digimon from Hacker's Memory in mind, so yeah, you are able to get certain
And it
Digimon.
also kind of adjusts a lot of the things from the first game, from what I'm told.
Yeah.
Because the first game is a little, as you can tell, is a little outdated compared to Hacker's Memory, the Gaiden game. You know what that means, right?
Sorry, I was kind of distracted listening to the audio log.
Oh.
Ah.
Well, basically, in a nutshell, what we were talking about is like the fact that the complete version has quite a few of the mechanics and bits from Hacker's Memory, the Gaiden game, aimed for Cyber Sleuth. Basically, while this game is going on, another whole campaign is going on at the same time.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I got the shotgun pistol.
Which, by the way, when I'm doing that game, I'm going to be doing it New Game Plus, because as doing this game vanilla has proven to be quite at a trial.
Yeah. We could tell.
Not that I'm opposed to the idea of doing both games vanilla, but I would rather do one of these games vanilla just to demonstrate a bit of it, and then just
easier to get certain Digimon.
But then just do then just steamroll through Hacker's Memory, because that game is actually somewhat harder.
Yeah, it can be. Can be at times if you're not prepared.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, but as long as you go out your way to get certain Digimon, you'll be fine. Susanomon.
Yep. So Alex, or let's just ask both of us. So when did we first hear of Naruto?
I think I saw it in Shonen Jump originally.
I caught a commercial advertising it for Toonami back when it was back in 05, before it was airing.
Yeah, me too.
Back when they used to actually advertise anime and whatnot. And, you know, for a while, people actually kind of got on the case of the English dub of the series, just as for the fact that the catchphrase of "believe it," which was meant to be a attempt at translating the phrase "datebayo."
Yep.
Which after a while, Miley Flanagan was just like told like, okay, we're not going to be doing the whole believe it thing. Let's just stop. And she was just like, okay. And we never really, heard that phrase again.
Yep.
So instead, it was just the speech quirk was,
You know, that kind of more feels more like a verbal tick.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like Dot Bio.
Yeah. Okay, no box in here. No.
Oh, Alex, I should tell you something. There was once a fanfic on the internet where basically a whole bunch of where basically Naruto characters end up on the run on basically Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Neji, Hinata, Sai, Gaara, and Haku and Kimimaro end up just like being out on their own after Naruto and company witnessed the third Hokage getting killed by Danzo. And they eventually, and after training with Tsunade and Jiraiya, they ended up becoming a Super Sentai group known as Hakume, with matching uniforms and everything.
Okay.
A lot of people actually like that in comparison to actual Naruto.
Honestly, after what Shippuden turned into, I can't blame them.
Someone who actually reviewed the fic on TV Tropes was just like, I gave up after the Sasuke and Sai arc. You know, the one where we finally get to meet the more fan servicey design of Sasuke.
Alright, Snope is done for now, so air crash.
Basically, yeah, air crash is where the secret warp is. I know where it is.
And the first end of
basically, it's like you bounce on a bunch of crates and get to one platform, and then you're warped.
Yep. It's like in a water section that you would usually be on the board.
Yeah. So don't get on the board and just like bounce on the boxes, and then just go to the warp, and you'll be able to get to the gem path for the gem path for the first snow level. So
Yeah,
you can get the red gem.
because I see where I gotta go. You know, just for shits and giggles.
It's somewhat telegraphed. The other paths are a little more difficult to figure out since, you know, they're not like right there or in front of your face.
Yeah, it's like sometimes you gotta god dang it.
Yeah. And there you go. Now we're in the Avalon server.
Yeah, you see air crash. See snow go.
Yeah, and you got to take a warp to get through air crash.
Here's Road to Ruin. What the heck? Totally bear. Never seen this level before. Totally fly. What the hell? Yep. 2 secret levels right there. Oh yeah, you can take it up. Take it up. You didn't go into the sky? Nope. You're just back to the first tier. First set of levels. That's actually something neat, because I think you had to take the secret path just to access this originally.
Yeah.
Alright, so
which is good,
take the path to
because
snow
it
go,
saves
because
a
you
lot
still
of...
need to get that red gem.
Yep. Which is good, because it saves a lot of time.
Yeah.
You know, Alex, when I get to streaming the Ultimate Ninja Storm games, you could probably see, like, a lot of what CyberConnect wanted to do with the game's story and whatnot, or rather with what they wanted to do with the series story. I mean, and you know, Storm 1 did also have the issues with like lip syncing and with the dub, but it's not nearly as noticeable due to the fact that we don't get a lot of pre-rendered cutscenes in Storm 1 as opposed to 2, 3, and 4. And, oh dear lord, or Ultimate Ninja Storm 4...
Yeah, there's no way I'm getting those. It's 1%.
Storm 4 basically doesn't even try with a lot of the story bits it's in there.
And there we go.
Storm 4 or basically takes the story, basically takes the story and just like lazily uses still frames from the anime to just basically narrate like what's going on at this point in time in the story, or for a lot of bits, but for some bits they will actually have pre-rendered animated cutscenes, especially the bits that the anime didn't get to. So basically Storm 4 ended up like going past the anime because they're like, you know what, we have enough material to work with, we're doing this.
I done goofed.
But like I said, the issue is that the majority of the story is adapted in a way that it's like you might as well be watching the show. If you get what I mean.
On the fuck out.
Yep. Well, this trend kind of started with Storm 2. Oh, due to the fact that Storm 2 had this whole thing where they wanted to do more story, but less of actually adventuring and exploring a well-detailed hub area, as like they did with the first game. Because the first game you could do so much in the Hidden Leaf Village that you could practically be zipping around all over the damn place. Storm 2, starting with Storm 2, they take that, but then they just like downgrade the running to just like going at a brisk pace, and you don't even get to like jump on you don't even get to go up walls. You don't get to jump. You don't get to jump around on buildings and whatnot. You don't get to do a lot of things that, you know, Naruto is known for. So you can imagine how disappointed I was starting with Storm 2 in terms of the exploration elements. Because, you know, I thought I was going to be able to do all that parkouring stuff up that I could do in the first game, and throughout, like, the Hidden Sand Village and Rain Village and whatnot.
Nope.
But no, I didn't get to do that. So you kind of understand the point, right?
Yeah.
Like, as Naruto games, like, the games after Storm 1 kind of start to get, like, disappointing. But the one good thing about these games is at least the boss fights look hella great. They are just amazing to look at.
Okay, I could go back there and crash, but you know what? There's one thing I still need to do. Sorry, I need the extra lives. Thank you.
The poor bear. He goes through so much.
Be like, what the hell, dude?
Hashtag bear lives matter.
Oh god, can we not?
I'm sorry.
Also, you're gonna see the giant polar bear freaking come outside your door with some pitchforks in the
FBI,
middle of
open
summer.
up.
Yeah, it's gonna be that, but only it's gonna be the freaking polar bear.
I know.
Animality.
You know I'm joking.
I know. Yeah, just through
But
that,
the
somehow
issue-
animalities come back to
gotten over
Mortal
there.
Kombat.
Hey, if animalities come back in Mortal Kombat 11, then that would be interesting.
Now, I'm not gonna hold my breath on it, but
over
who
this
knows?
crap with a long ladder and a thick blanket, rather
Is
than
it-
having to hack into.
Is it extra thick?
God damn it, Aku.
Well, since me and Mom have been watching Avatar The Last Airbender recently, that's been on my mind as well.
Won't be
Well,
next time.
since Aku and Iroh are voiced by both the same both of the same actors.
True.
Like at first it was Mako Iwamatsu, then it's Greg Baldwin. You know, the sad thing is like Mako's death was kind of what caused the series to go into hiatus. Avatar: The Last Airbender to go into hiatus after Appa's Lost Days ended up airing.
Yep.
Because Mako did record quite a few of his lines after the Tales of Ba Sing Se, but it's like they kind of did the tale of Iroh was kind of the most emotionally impactful part of that episode. Oh, mostly due to the whole end card being in dedication to Mako.
Yeah. God damn it. Plus one was close to box.
And my
Age
mom's
30, looks like she's about 50. Sounds about right.
my mom, who's gotten really into Avatar, was sad when I told her that after a while, after like the end of season 2, Iroh is gonna have a different voice actor.
And I gotta do this level again.
Yep. Well, you got to come back here anyway because you can't get the box gem in this level.
I know, that's why. I'm
The
staring at the
middle-aged
reason
woman
why I
charged
can't
with
get the
bigamy.
box gem.
Well, not only that, but also the fact that there's a warp to this level.
Dude, I already did the secret thing.
No. As in, there's a warp on the 3rd tier to this level.
I know. Still. I need to do so over
Don't
again
worry,
for the death
Don't
route.
worry, I get it.
Why else would the level hint at the death route? Get freaking drained. At least I'm not. At least not too far away.
So, anyway, it's just like it's been a very interesting journey through rewatching Avatar: The Last Airbender, or with my mom, and especially like during
Damn it.
Tales of Ba Sing Se and then Appa's Lost Days. Hey, she was just like, how it this is very heavy for a kids show.
Ooh, I can show a gang hideout. Actually, I think I will, because we've already done a criminal convoy. But for a gang hideout... Oh, sorry.
So, Alex, have you ever heard of Mako Iwamatsu?
I don't remember.
He, besides Aku and Iroh, he's been in in like movies like Pearl Harbor with Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa.
So, toss up. Do you want me to take the sport utility truck or this thing?
Oh, and
define
he voiced
this thing.
Oh, and Mako had also before his death, had also provided the voice of Master Splinter in the 2007 CGI Ninja Turtles movie.
Yep. And, yeah, this thing, by the way, is a, some kind of big truck. Yeah, it's a bigger truck. It's not going to be as fast as the SUT, but it'll probably be tougher.
Yeah, whichever one gets you fast. Whichever one's faster.
Like, the bit in Batman and Under the Red Hood when after Joker slit the throat of that one guy who handed that one black mask guy who handed him a glass of water. He's like, I'm going to need something to wear and a big truck. Sure. Anything else? I'll need some guys. Not these ones, because, you know, they're kind of dead.
Yeah, no shit. No shit, sure. Ugh.
I actually kind of thought that scene was pretty neat. Though, of course, they did try to, they did end up unintentionally replicating that scene in Dark Knight Returns when Joker was on like a, on like a talk show. Oh, and then he's like, I do guess get to keep these mugs? Sure, we got plenty more in the closet. Smashes the mug and then slits the throat of his therapist. So as long as you don't miss him.
Alright, doing her crash again, because I need that death row, damn it.
Let's see, code scan.
Oh, for some reason I thought I was actually going to the gang hideout, not instead of just, you know, going to a place where I can find out about the gang hideout.
This is the line to the Sassy Coaster. No, this is the line to get into the line for the Sassy Coaster. Please tell me you guys have seen in that episode of Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Yes.
I've never watched that show.
How are you still alive?
Oh, God.
Mama say, mama sa, mama cosa. Mama say,
mama say, mama sa, mama cosa.
Mama say, mama sa, mama cosa.
How did you get out of the way in time? You know, there's a maniac driving a big old truck here. You might want to get out of the way.
Wait, which maniac?
Are you sure that maniac wasn't me?
Yep.
No, I'm sure that maniac was me.
Damn it.
So...
Oh, this is the end. This is a hell of a thing. Oh, I remember this one. This mission was fuck on Wii U. This mission was a shitload of fuck.
A shitload of fuck.
If you can imagine all of the bad guys having X-ray vision for no fucking reason.
Right at the edge of that platform.
I was on the bottom floor, and these fuckers saw through the cement.
Okay, so I gotta tell you something funny. So, there was a funny fan image of Darkseid with the Omega Beams, but instead of him and with the Omega Beams, shooting the Omega Beams, it's his eyes covered by Omnimon on sword and cannon. And the joke is mostly on the Japanese version of Omnimon's name, which is Omegamon.
Omegamon.
So essentially, it's like Darkseid's Omega Beams, and suddenly instead of him actually shooting the beams, it's
he's just shooting Omnimon.
Now Omnimon's both of Omnimon's arms just jutted right out of his eyes as the Omega Beam comes out.
Oh, okay.
So tell him. So
Tell me.
You remember me talking about Deceased, right?
Yeah.
First of all, DC Comics real subtle there.
Yes, I know it died in the bonus level, but remember, it doesn't count. The death platform is still there.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Thank God.
In case you're, and it's like they have this whole it's like DC and then East, and I'm like,
DC's.
oh God, that is such a horrible wordplay. And then, so the comic starts out with the Justice League beating the pants off of Darkseid. And Wonder Woman using the lasso of truth to compel Darkseid to leave Earth and never come back. And Darkseid's like, nah, fam, I don't need to come back here. I already got what I want. And they're like, okay, and then Ollie's like, okay, the villain was and was being way too cooperative.
Why did they give the radio to It's almost like you need to get somebody reliable to call for backup.
And so Batman then notes that Victor is missing, and he informs the league. And he informs the league that Victor was, well, you know, that he had a tracker placed on Victor. Or so.
I thought that guy would be close enough. Never mind.
So he was just like, it's like, oh, I had a tracker placed on Victor, and then Flash is like, what? You got a tracker placed on Superman? And Batman's like with a bit of a pause, he's like, no. And then
No.
And Ollie's like, no one's worried about that pause. So then Cyborg is strapped to a table, all that he's pinned to by some steak eggs shoved into his limbs by Desaad, and Desaad's like, oh, you'll serve us so wonderfully, and whatnot. And then Darkseid's like, oh, the anti-life equation's inside you, and Cyborg's like, were you really just waiting there, or wanting to make a dramatic entrance? Yeah, Cyborg actually lampshades of Darkseid's an entrance, and then
One more time through air crash.
Tries to get and then Darkseid tries to get like the anti-life through Vic. But if Vic dies, then there goes eyes too quickly. Then there goes the anti-life. So he has Black Rider come in, and he's like, I have use for you. Oh, and then Black Rider does something to the anti-life, which causes it to have an unfortunate side effect, and I just killed an eater in one shot.
Oh, wow. What'd you do, penetrate its defenses?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll do it.
Anyway, so then, and once the
Target is attempting to escape? I don't think so.
So
okay,
then,
now I'm gonna do something fucking epic here, guys.
What? You're gonna do a sweet double axle flip?
Wait, before or after you mess it up?
So then Desaad notices that Darkseid is clawing at his face. And then he boom tubes Cyborg out of there, or being somehow immune to the whole anti-life thing. And turns out what Black Rider did, it was add was make the anti-life equation into something that turns people into zombies. So Darkseid... Funny
Somehow
enough,
I survived that!
Funny enough,
I drove off the rooftop, guys!
Nice.
Funny enough, when Darkseid... Darkseid, I basically ends up falling into the core of Apocalypse, and he basically blows up Apocalypse and killing himself. So Darkseid and the remnants of that planet are dead. But then, so Cyborg ends up on Earth, and then he realizes that the anti-life equation inside of him is connected to the internet, and, well, anybody with a smartphone or a computer screen looks at it, and then suddenly they're like, oh, we're zombies.
That is so fucking dumb.
And now we're on the death row path.
And I'm like, wow, DC, hey, this is your attempt at biting social commentary?
Okay, Boomer.
Indeed. Hey, this comic was written by a bunch of boomers. So then, and a lot of people already get infected because they all had their smartphones out, and Cyborg's like, don't have your smartphones out, but he can't really communicate with them because earlier, Darkseid had Desaad cut out Cyborg's tongue for being a bit of a smartass.
Because a Cyborg could totally not just grow a new one with those nanites in his body.
He does
right?
He does eventually grow back a new one. It just took quite a bit of time. So then Superman's like hanging out with Barda and Mr. Miracle, being like, "Hey, you guys want to help us search for Cyborg on Apocalypse?" But then Superman hears a bunch of screaming, and suddenly he notices that the city is surrounded by zombies. So then he worries about how Lois is John, Ken, and Damian, and who were hanging out at Clark and Lois's apartment at the time. And Superman dashes over to the apartment and smashes up Lois' smartphone and destroys the TV screen. Meanwhile, Bruce has firewalls set up on his end, so he could actually end up looking at his screen and security cameras and whatnot. And he's like, I guess, in the computer, have you disabled all the Wi-Fi in the house? And the computer's like, no. And then Batman's like, damn it. So he goes up to the kitchen, finds Alfred with a knife, and notices that Dick Grayson and Tim Drake have been turned into zombies.
So they failed their will saves.
That, and, well, they looked at the smartphone, and then the anti-life got into their heads. I'm not sure if I would really consider that a will save if it's like infection and whatnot.
Yeah, maybe.
So then they gang up on Bruce.
Got the hands
and luckily he and Alfred managed to end up killing them, but then Bruce has to put on like a Mr. Freeze suit to slow down his infection, and he tries to give a warning to each of the superheroes, being like, hey, don't, and especially to like the speedsters like Wally West and Flat, and she's like, hey guys, don't go out because if you get infected, we're all screwed. So Flash and so Barry and Wally just kind of take the advice and stay in their place. A Superman and takes meanwhile, well, Ollie, Hal, and Dinah are camping, and Hal is like, how can you guys stand camping and whatnot? Then as they're like then as Ollie and Dinah are talking, Hal has a smartphone out, and then he ends up being turned into a zombie.
Okay, that was a goof up on my part. Jumping.
Well, so much for In Brightest Day and Blackest Night, etc.
Yep. And Dinah ends up killing Hal, and she ends up taking his place as the Green Lantern.
Checkpoint.
And so, giving Black Canary the Green Lantern ring, how OP would she end up being? Or would she not really do all that well in the long run?
Dude, remember, the power of the Green Lantern ring depends on the user. It's not gonna freaking augment their power.
And meanwhile, Kyle Rayner, the most overpowered Green Lantern, is still not present in this comic. Neither is John Stewart. Guy Gardner appears near the end of the main in-comic storyline.
Dude, the reason why you already said it right there, OP.
Well, and also, where are the Titans during all of this? They're not even in this comic.
Dude, you try just trying to have the most overpowered character in the story. Pretty much gonna break the story in two. Meaning like no sense in drama, tension, any of that shit.
I suppose.
It's just like a freaking Dragon Ball Super storyline.
Oh, that's a low bar.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Like, okay,
I said low bar, not low blow.
I know. It's like, okay, why do you have this trouble? You can press a button, boom, Zeno will take care of it.
Yeah, like,
unless
seriously.
You have a ban unless that button is banned, then okay.
I hate you, Kishibe. He's so much. Kishibe, like, seriously, she is the worst.
Yeah, I know, she's a pain in the ass to deal with, I know. Yeah, she's freaking creepy, and somehow Crash is able to break dance. Oh well, Crash Crush.
So, Alex, your thoughts on Dinah becoming the Green Lantern?
Could be better, could be worse. I made an incredibly bad decision.
What'd you fuck up?
Don't we all make incredibly bad decisions at some point in our lives?
Yeah, but I went from second place to last.
What, did you get hit by a blue shell?
Wait.
No,
he just said
into the lake because I apparently didn't realize that the ramp didn't lead anywhere.
Anyway, so meanwhile, Aquaman encounters a group of people on a storage ship that ended up turning into zombies because there was a broken smartphone on that ship. And Aquaman opens the door, sees the zombies, and doesn't think to close the damn door. And he gets infected. Because viewing the thing on the smartphone isn't the only way to get infected in this storyline. You could also get infected by getting scratched or bitten.
Yeah, the common zombie rules.
Like typical zombies.
That's just overpowered.
What?
Being able to be scratched or bitten.
Dude, that's always how you get people get infected in zombies.
Yes, but they
The
also...
Last of Us Cordyceps virus can do that.
A fucking mushroom virus can freaking turn you into a fucking... can infect you.
Mm-hmm.
How wacky is that?
The thing is, the first Last of Us game was still better written than what I'm describing right now.
Yeah, I know, better than some comic book storyline.
Mm-hmm.
How? I have no idea.
Well, modern day
God,
DC, that's not
race.
hard, but how well written was in Blackest Night?
I didn't like Blackest Night that much.
Fair. So anyway, it's like Batman gives like a last heartfelt message to everybody and whatnot, as well as is making sure everybody's cautious, and Alfred has a shotgun in hand, and knowing that Bruce is eventually going to succumb to the infection, and when Bruce does, Alfred shoots him. Oh, and
that's like the inverse of Batman Vampire.
Really?
Which was really fucking good up until the last issue. The last issue was garbage.
I might actually consider going to read that at some point, since I have DC Universe, or since I can read comics as well as watch some of the shows and movies.
Yeah, I never did use that except for a couple episodes of that Doom Patrol series,
which I actually would say is a little better than most of the other DC live-action stuff. Yeah, the show about Beast Boy's original team, the Doom Patrol. Oh, how about that?
I hate this fucking motorcycle bullshit.
Most of us don't really like the motorcycle in Crash 3 or...
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Yes, we will.
That's probably the one that's gonna freaking take a while.
At the very least, the secrets I'll know for sure in that game.
I know, but still, the bike levels are gonna be the pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, I'm not arguing with that. So anyway, so then Alfred leaves the Batcave with the Batwing, dropping bombs on Gotham citizens that have been turned into zombies. Which, by the way, meanwhile, Harley Quinn was getting some pep talk from Ivy about how going to finally break up with the Joker. Or she goes in to do it, but then Joker turns out to be a zombie because he was looking at some screens. Are we sure that Joker's infected? Because it could just be an average Tuesday.
For everyone else, it'll be the worst thing to get an infection. For the Joker, it was Tuesday.
And Harley shotguns him in the stomach.
Like I said before, it was Tuesday.
Oh, and you don't...
I can't even exit my fucking bike. I am stuck.
How stuck are you?
Take a look at my stream. I'm stuck between a literal rock and a hard place.
I can see it right now. Holy crap!
Wait, is it? Wait. It's an actual rock and a hard place, or a rock and a? Wait, let me finish.
Yes, it's a literal rock and a hard place.
Okay, wait. Is it a bar called a hard place, though?
No.
Damn it! There goes the Simpsons reference.
Yeah, it's a reference to the Simpsons movie, Alex.
Oh my god. Okay. Now I'm
Paradise Lost plan.
I have lost the game.
You just lost the game, son.
But I'm at least going to finish the race this time.
Okay, speaking of which, thoughts on Kanye West unironically running for president? Go.
He's got my vote.
This 2000. Wait, hold up. Here's my thought. I'll tell you my thought in a nutshell. Welcome to 2020. Enjoy the ride to hell. And now to the first.
Neither opinion is really wrong.
And now to the first sewer level in this game, which is probably the only one I even knew how to get the secret gem. Oh shoot! I think it's the only level I was able to get a box gem when I was a kid. And again, the box gem for this level is not that hard to get.
Okay, so then Harley, after killing the Joker or zombie, ends up being confronted by the zombie birds of prey. And yes, there's a zombified Catwoman and Batwoman and Batgirl and Huntress.
Oh wow.
She's like, zombies, birds of prey? Okay. Hey, I'm going and bird hunting. So she tries to go after them, but then she runs out of ammo, and Ivy comes in to save the day. So she and Harley just kind of isolate themselves from the rest of like Gotham and whatnot. Meanwhile, in Atlantis, Mira is teaching is helping Garth with his like water bending technique.
Okay, right here looks like okay, a crap ton of nitro box and looks like there's nothing there, right? Whoop. Secret spot.
And so then so then Aquaman comes in with like a bunch of infected people. Atlantis gets infected with the exception of Mira. And I'm like, oh great, Amber Heard is left alive.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it could be worse. It could be old Aquaman. You know, the one no one gives a damn about.
Oh, true. Very true. So Mira escapes the Themyscira to seek refuge with Hippolyta.
Hippolyta.
Is it pronounced Hippolyta or
Yeah,
Hippolyta?
Hippolyta. That's how I've heard it.
What do you think, Alex?
I think it's Hippolyta. If I recall
I've
correctly,
never heard
that's
of
how they've always pronounced it.
Hippolyta. I've never heard it pronounced that way.
We may have to look this up at some point. One of us is going to have to Google this. Anyway, so...
Like I said, Hippolyta.
Alright.
Not like I'm pronouncing it Hippolyta.
True. Oh, I'm just kind of go... When I mention her, I'm just going to kind of go with my pronunciation... With the pronunciation I'm using.
Right.
Zing... Since it kind of sound... Since to me, it kind of feels a little more, natural in some way. But then again, I could always be wrong.
Yeah, it's possible.
Anyway, so meanwhile, Lois Lane is broadcasting a message to anybody listening on a radio. Oh, while this whole shindig is going down. And Superman had plugged up the Daily Planet so that an entrance so that nobody infected could get in. And so Superman, and being the embodiment of chronic hero syndrome that he is, saves Black Lightning and his family and helps them get to the Daily Planet. And then is also followed by Ollie and Dinah. But then before they could move on any further, or they end up they end up having a run-in with a zombified Giganta.
Oh wow!
So, which she also ends up almost causing the Batwing to crash almost, and they basically end up having to. And so at first Superman is trying to, and so Diana comes in and about to kill all the infected Giganta, but then Superman's like, wait, there could be a cure or something. Cyborg then just blows her head, blows a hole in her head from the side, and he's like, yeah, there's no cure. So then they try to get, and Superman ends up going to the Kent and family farm at one point, and he ends up having to kill Pa Kent, or Jonathan Kent, due to the fact that he got infected. Jonathan Kent, I can't really picture with a smartphone.
No.
Neither could I picture Hal Jordan. Kyle Rayner, maybe I can picture with a smartphone because he looks young enough.
Kyle Rayner, definitely. He was a comic book artist.
Yeah.
Of course he'd have the technology and stuff.
Hal Jordan's a military pilot.
Yeah. I'm just losing these races because I'm not actually doing any serious racing, but I also kind of suck with these cars.
If you see me play Mario Kart, I am absolutely ruthless towards my friends.
Oh,
Fran
yeah.
can attest to that.
That's why I still hope you get a freaking blue shell up your ass.
Hey, I always expect blue shells, Fran.
It's been a
Up
long
your
time
ass?
since
What the hell's wrong with
I've
you?
done anything like this.
So, basically...
Yes, I know I need to do some backtracking, I know.
So
I'm aware of
basically,
that.
it's like every time... So, Damien is given, in the case, a case is that Alfred got from Bruce and basically it contains a bat suit with a bunch of gadgets. It's including stuff to stop the Justice League. There is some off-screen bits where Damien is kind of like really uncertain about putting on the bat suit, since he feels he doesn't really deserve it. But Superman in one part of this comic series does talk Damien into doing it with a whole "you're better than you think you are" bit, and then he finally puts on the suit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Damien's batsuit does kind of look neat, but I wish it were presented in a better scenario, like in a better written scenario.
Right.
Because no offense to Tom Taylor, who does write the Ginger version of Wally West pretty well in this scenario, but the dude is like, how do I describe this? Oh, by the way, Fran, if you get 3 Aku Aku masks with Coco, and climb on the monkey bars, you see how fast she goes.
What, she goes like hella fast?
She's like, Vroom!
God damn.
It's hilarious. It's a hilarious sight.
Okay, got through those, got the box gem.
So basically, it's like, so then, and Superman gets a lot of people on the Flash ashes together the Fortress of Solitude to basically plan like destroying the internet and whatnot.
And that was the
yes,
evil
because
deal.
that's possible.
Like I said, that was the evil deal. No Vander Holyfield will not pop up here.
Oh,
Yep.
for the love of fucking God.
I know, chances are none of you guys are gonna get that joke.
I certainly am not
That
going
was
to
his,
get
that
that
was
joke.
his nickname when he was in boxing, the real deal.
Yep. So anyway, Damien in a bat suit, along with Dinah and Ollie, go to visit at Poison Ivy. I would basically tell her, "Hey, why don't you take some people who aren't infected in, because we kind of need your help since your place is clearly isolated."
And now we're in the second boss battle. Oh, the Komodo brothers.
And so, essentially, Ivy's so Harley tells Ivy, "Hey, why don't you do it?" And she's like, "All right."
That was the easy first hit.
However, when they get back to the Fortress of Solitude, and Lex Luthor is also there because he and Superman just decided let's do like an alliance thing, shindig. Oh, and Captain Atom blew up. Up Washington D.C. and whatnot because he ended up getting attacked by Ray Palmer, who somehow got infected while searching in the inside of an infected person's bloodstream.
And there we go. That's it for the Komodo brothers. 3 simple hits.
Not that
hard.
How did Ray Palmer get infected when this is Ray Palmer we're talking about? the Atom?
Yeah, that's a good question.
And also, did he not figure to wear a suit that prevents infection?
Oh, that'll probably never occur to him. Okay, we're at the third set. The level.
Oh, we're nearly halfway done with the story of this game.
Yeah, yeah, you're doing that. I'm gonna call that wrap on my stream because I don't want to go through like most of the game on this setting, just to draw it out.
Fair enough. That's where you want to end it. That's fine.
Yeah, because it's like we're like practically halfway point of the game, kind of.
Right, and like I said, I could still, if you still need help with getting like
Wait, I think I loaded on accident. Damn it. Yeah, whatever. And then the stream now. Do it off screen.
Okay.
Yeah, I goofed up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Almost as badly as I did when I tried starting up Resident Evil 4, or Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, at least I got the wait. I got the autosave. So, load up the autosave. Thank God I made sure to enable the autosave.
Indeed. So,
Okay, go up. Make sure I don't screw up again this time. There we go. This. Saving. There we go. Now I could end the stream.